Hi, and welcome to my channel. So this is going to be the first video. I thought I would do something easy, just to kind of get out there, you know. So I'm going to do the Goth Tag. So I've got the questions here written down. So yeah. How long have you been goth? I would still class myself as, I would still class myself as a baby bat, but I would say I have been darkly inclined my whole life. When I was a kid, I liked the creepy stuff. I had a fascination with bugs and scorpions and snakes, and I really wanted to have pet snakes. I read a lot of dark literature, or a lot of books based around vampires and old Victorian-esque themes, but maybe I'll get more into that in another video. But basically, I would say I have been dressing the way I do for about 5 years, 4 or 5 years. But obviously over time your style kind of evolves. But also I've been dressing more or less in black for about 5 years, but gothically 3-4 years. How are you introduced? So there's a shop in my city, like my home city, that sells goth stuff, and I didn't know about it up until an old friend of mine said, hey, you should go up to this place, and I was like, oh, okay. And basically there was one of the workers there, she was goth, and basically I started becoming a regular up at that store. And pretty much we became friends, and I started working at that store, and basically she just kind of introduced me to the music aspect of it and just kind of taught me. She was like, you know, my mama bat, you know. But yes, that's how I say I actually learned about what goth was, through her and through going to this store. What gothic subgenre would I put myself in? Is trash an option? I don't really see myself as any type. I like teasing my hair, like the death rock, or the trad goths, how they do it. I really admire that, and I like doing that to my hair. It just takes a while to comb it out, and I lose a lot of hair. I like the 90s grunge type of, like the 90s goth grunge punk look, but I wouldn't put myself as that, so it's kind of hard to put myself as one specific type of genre when I kind of just like a bit of everything. So yeah, I'm just me. What do you believe is the basis of goth? Honestly, goth came about with the music, and the basis of goth is a collective group of people liking the same music and taking inspiration from that and dressing not similarly, but from an outsider's perspective, we all dress more or less the same because we all wear black. Some colour is included, I do understand, but well, basically it's black. What do you dislike about being goth? I have to admit, I haven't had my bad fair share of mean people. I've had stares. I get stared at quite a lot when I'm out at the shops, or when me and my partner go out to town, we kind of get a couple of like odd stares. Um, but there's nothing Alright, hold that thought. What I don't like about the goth community is the fact that it seems to be a trend these days. And it's due to fast fashion. Killstar, punk rave, Disturbia, new rock, demonia, you know, all this type of stuff. It's a fast fashion. And I guess what I don't like about it is it seems to be the new craze. But I guess that's just what's going on at the moment. What do my parents think? I've always been weird. I have always been the odd one out, so kind of this, even though this is a bit more tame, isn't a shock to them, and it's me, you know? Eyebrows or no eyebrows? So I've shaved most of my eyebrows off. I keep like little fluffy bits there, and that's just more to keep it symmetrical, but I would say a bit of both, 50-50. What is my favourite band and genre of music? So this is where I feel a bit like I shouldn't belong, but I enjoy listening to goth music, and I've been out to goth events, and I've, you know, I'm kind of dressed like this, so it's almost assumed of me. But I like both goth music and I like metal. I am a metalhead. I also like goth, but I would say it's a bit of both. It all depends on my mood. When I'm going to the gym, I will listen to mainly metal music. It's the gym. I want to get pumped up. But when I'm home and I want to relax, I'll definitely listen to more goth music or just lounging music in that sense. Although I'm still trying to expand my goth music, I find I'm very picky with what I like in terms of music. I find it really hard to listen to albums. I kind of like one or two songs here and there from different artists, and it's hard. But my favourite band would have to be Bauhaus. I do enjoy listening to Bauhaus. There's also another band, I can't remember, I'll put it up if I can remember it, but I think it's, yeah, of Herbs and Altars, recently did a video where he was saying goth's not dead, and put up all this, you know, music that's been published recently, and I gave it a listen to, and one of the bands that he recommended, I fell in love with. I've listened, one of the only albums that I've listened to, the first time I've listened to it, I've listened to it again. I listened to that album 3 times the first time I heard it, and then I immediately went and like put it all on my phone. I just love it. It's great. Opinion on Marilyn Manson. Okay, I like Marilyn Manson. Honestly, I like the music. I'm not a massive fan of some of the stuff he's put out recently, but some of the older stuff I enjoy listening to and listen to on a frequent basis. But he is not goth, so that's plain and simple. He is not goth. He's said it before. He would not class himself as goth, so yeah. Alrighty, and last one, piercings and tattoos. So I have had my fair share of piercings and I am tattooed. So basically I think I've had over 30 piercings in my life. I'm currently in the process of stretching my ears. I've got little tiny little stretches there. I have had 4 up here. I've had an industrial, I've had my rook, I've had my tragus. Same on this side minus the industrial, and I've got a helix piercing. I've had my nose pierced 6-7 times in total. I've had the two, like the double nose piercings, and I've had like ones a bit higher than that. I had to take them out due to work, and my body just doesn't like piercings. Obviously, I've got my septum pierced. I've got a vertical labret, which is covered with lipstick. I've got my tongue. I've also had a dermal. I don't know if you can see it there. I've had a dermal there. I've also had a dermal there, which kind of scarred over and looks gross. I've also had my belly button pierced. I've had a load of piercings. Why must people walk past when I'm recording? So yeah, so tattoos. I eventually want to be covered in tattoos. I have a lot of plans to get tattooed. I might make a separate video if wanted. But I think I've got 7, I think. Roughly 7 or 8, counting my little hand tattoos. 7 to 8 tattoos. I would say I am somewhat covered, but not, I don't have sleeves or anything. I just have a couple of big tattoos that make it look like I'm more tattooed than I am, but alrighty, well, thank you for making it this far into my video, and yeah, have a good day, guys. Bye.